Welcome to What Your Money Would Say. Today, my friend Andrew McNair, who is founder and CEO at Swan Capital, he's going to be telling us about how so many Americans are confused about the realities of probate and inheritance and ways that you can be prepared to leave that legacy that you want. I want to start off by giving you this phone number so you'll have it handy throughout our show, 800-848-8768. That is the number to call for a complimentary visit. We call it a discovery visit. And in that visit, Andrew and his team will take you through that Swan sleep study. You're going to hear all about that today. This is a complimentary visit. I want to remind you, so you can text the word SWAN. We want to give you that availability, 800-848-8768. If you would like to get that complimentary appointment. Remember, you can find us online anytime at swan-capital.com. And I'm Luann Fulmer here with Andrew McNair. Andrew, so happy to have you here today.
I'm so happy to be here with you today because we're talking about a topic we speak to clients about every day.
Okay, so, so many people don't understand it, right? So we're going to specifically look at probate today. Tell us, do most Americans even understand what goes into that process? Probably not.
Yeah, there's a huge gap. This was taken from the state of probate in America from a study. More than half of Americans have literally no idea what probate costs. Less than half understand that inheritance is not an automatic process, that once you pass away, it just automatically goes to who you want it to. And only 2% of respondents in this study knew how long it took to settle an estate. So here in Escambia County and Baldwin County, the average time is about 11 to 16 months. And it's no different in the other surrounding counties either. And right now, the reasonable fees in Florida and Alabama are generally 3%. So if you have a $500,000 second home in Gulf Shores, let's say, and let's say that home's owned jointly, that jointly owned home, it's paid for. You only have one child. That one child may think, and you may think the same thing, that it's automatically going to go to them without any probate, without taking 11 to 16 months. But sadly, when the last spouse passes away, that's where probate, a court of law, has to enter into the situation to make sure that they are your only child and that they receive that. And so 3% on $500,000 could be a $15,000 expense on an asset that you thought would automatically go to that only child. So this is a big wake-up call for a lot of families.
So if there is not a plan in place to handle that inheritance correctly, tell us about the sorts of issues that you've seen families run into.
Well, I think a big misconception is people think they've already taken care of it. In 1994, Andrew, we got a will done, and it's got about an inch of dust, but we have a will. And so what people don't realize is a will does not exempt you from probate. A will is something that you read in probate. It's what the judge reads. I mean, if you die without a will in the state of Florida, Alabama, they have a one-size-fits-all will for everyone that dies without one, and you might not like where your assets go. And this is why a will, even though it has its limitations, is still very important to have, because if you die without one, the state could decide. Well, when that will is read out in court, it's your last will and testament. Your will becomes effective the day you die, not the day you sign it. And that's where a lot of, sadly, probate can get extended, because people contest these wills that are signed at the last minute when their mother signed it on their deathbed under duress with dementia. And we've seen probate take as long as 4 years. So you throw a COVID into it, Luann. Yeah. You throw a family that's debating back and forth what to do with the family home. And what happens if that family can't get on the same page? That family home could sit empty for 2 years and rot away while you're still paying insurance and taxes, and it's unoccupied. And to me, that's a shame. And this is why estate planning is one of the integral parts of our sleep study and our overall financial planning. So much, in fact, Luann, that we've had an estate planning attorney in our office for the last 10 years, along with a CPA, because we don't want to just hope that our clients are going to take care of their homework, hope that clients will go down the street and meet with Joe Smuckatelli, some estate planning attorney, and hopefully get these documents. No, we want to know for sure that they have the right documents for their situation.
Okay. And you mentioned Scott Malik, the attorney at law. He's the estate planning attorney. You have them there for access. This is one part of your SWAN sleep study. You make sure, that all the assets and the estate plans are taken care of using Scott when you need them. But you also start with, income planning, investments, healthcare, tax strategies, and then, of course, estate planning. All of these things fit into that sleep study. Tell us why our listeners should give you a call today.
Well, I mean, the words free and attorney often don't even go in the same sentence. So, but in this case, it does. If you have legal documents, but they haven't been reviewed in years, maybe they need updates, or you're for sure they need updates. Scott would meet with you along with us doing your sleep study, looking at your investments, your tax planning, your income planning. He'll come down, he'll review the legal documents that you have, and he'll say, hey, actually, these are in good shape. And that's what I love about the integrity of Scott is if you don't need any documents, he's going to tell you that. I've actually had families come into us, into our office because they came to us for a second opinion. They were told in their first opinion that they had to redo all of their legal documents because they moved here from Minnesota or Iowa. And Scott would tell them, no, you don't need to redo these legal documents. They're fine the way they are. And so if you're looking for genuine feedback like that, all you have to do is call us to schedule your sleep study. And that is a complimentary 1-hour visit with Scott and myself. And you can call and schedule that by calling 1-800-848-8768, or you can text SWAN to 1-800-848-8768.
And we thank you so much for joining us. I'm with Andrew McNair, and this is What Your Money Would Say.